Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are back on a Tuesday. It's going down on a Tuesday. But I ain't Drake and it ain't the other guy, dude. uh, we're all here on a Tuesday. We got a little bit of NBA to talk about. What a crazy end to the Monday Night Football. Tom Brady just won't die. Tom Brady just won't die. And I talked about it yesterday. I said, man, do you really bet against Tom Brady? I mean, man, it looked bad. Let me just tell you, it looked very bad. when I almost thought it was going to happen, and then man, they were able to get it done. Tom Brady, touchdown pass to Rashad White. Ricard White. I said that before I left. I said it was going to be, you know, I said maybe Jarvis Landry or Rashid, and then I said Ricard White for the Tampa Bay here was going to be a factor. So lo and behold, I didn't win in a parlay. My sister happened to win a 10-team parlay here. She had the Tampa Bay on the money line, and obviously we're sweating that shit out. But then we had to sweat out a couple of college basketball games. The big one my sister took was North Dakota State plus 800 against Portland Pilots. The Portland Pilots have played well this year, have upset some teams that were, big conference teams, but were upset at home by a team. And they ended up losing by about, I think it was about 5 or 6 points. And then, hey, we had to sweat it out a little bit with that San Diego State and Troy game. Hey, those guys from Troy, man, they could play. Even though, second half, man, they did not shoot very well. 17, I think it was like 17% or something like that. Maybe it was like 20. They got it up to maybe 20 or something percent. It was not good. Nah. Nah. But needless to say, my sister cashed a parlay. But, we are going to tell you what we did yesterday. All right. Parlay that we had yesterday. We'll tell you which ones the bets that we had yesterday that parlayed cashed and the ones that didn't. Okay, so we'll start off with our first bet. We had the over 237 points between the Atlanta Hawks and the Thunder. The Thunder buddies, I'm usually always on. If you go back to my videos, you always know that I bet the Thunder. I play the Thunder, but I didn't play the Thunder. I played the over, and it almost had a chance to cash. If Atlanta would have played the game and kept it a little more closer and maybe caught it to overtime, but the Thunder take down the Atlanta Hawks and killed my over. The over fell short by about 3 points. The Clippers, I took Clippers on the money line. That game was close. It went back and forth till the Clippers ended up winning it by 2 points here. I think it was 119, 117. We took Clippers money line minus 235. Kawhi Leonard played there, made his debut, coming out. And, we took the over 139 and a half at Kennesaw State and Charleston Southern. Kennesaw State won and it covered. It went to 141 points. I took the Orlando Magic plus I think it was 10 and a half or 10 points, and the Orlando Magic covered. They only lost by 7. We took the Memphis Grizzlies on the money line plus 165. That cashed for us. They covered up against Miami, even though Miami in that game was really close even to the fourth quarter. We had the Suns money line plus 125. That was a bad bet. Bad bet for us because they just got smoked out the gates. And for what's worth, I don't know if just Luca and Jason Kidd just own these motherfuckers, or Devin Booker just is not that dude. Devin Booker is just not that dude. I just put it out there. I don't think he was the leading scorer. I believe it was DeAndre Ayton was eating, but Devin Booker was not eating out there last night. Boston Celtics ended up pulling it out here against the Raptors, plus 105 on the money line. We also had an L with the Warriors on the money line. because them Indiana Pacers came in there, and Andrew Nemhart, a name that many might not know, but many of you that live up in the Northwest that went to Gonzaga definitely know who Andrew Nemhart is. Yes, Andrew Nemhart of Gonzaga had to fill in for Tyrese Halliburton last night and put up a career high 31 points and showed out and showed up and helped his team defeat the Golden State Warriors and it pretty much made the Golden State Warriors look silly towards the end. And it didn't matter if Draymond was in, Curry, Clay. They just couldn't. They just couldn't. These guys were out there having fun. They were balling, having fun with each other, throwing up, just playing the game of basketball like most of all of us like to play the game. Fun. We're moving the ball. Everybody's happy. Everybody's winning, right? Everybody's making buckets, like Kawhi Leonard says. And then also I had the Tampa Bay Bucks minus the 3 on the spread, so that was an L. So Celtics was a win, Grizzlies was a win, Magic was a win, Kennesaw State was a win, Clippers was a win. So we won at least 5 here. We won 5 and we lost 3. So we're 5-3. Not bad. Not bad way to start the week. Last week we didn't start so well, so maybe this will start something good here. Maybe tonight we can get something done here, as we will go down and we will read you the what's going down tonight here. We only have a few games here in the NBA tonight going down here. We already have college basketball. There's one game going underway right now. It's South Dakota and Air Force. So we'll get to that game and we'll talk about it. We won't bet. We're not betting it, but we're all right. Stephen A. Smith. I really don't want to have to hear him. His. All right. We got 4:30 tonight. 7:30 Eastern time. We have the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Do I sound like Stephen A. Smith? Oh, I just don't believe in LeBron and company, but I just don't believe in the Cleveland Cavaliers. No, I'm sorry. I like the Cavaliers. I think they're a really strong team. They play very well at home. On the road, yeah, it's a little shaky. But you got the Lakers now. They got Anthony Davis. They got LeBron. Lakers are 10-12 now, 4-6 on the road. They've been having to get a little bit of they've been getting a little bit of groove lately. So can the Lakers can the Lakers groove team get it done tonight, or can the Cavaliers shut it down, get a big victory, and go to 16-9 and go to 11-1 at home, or do the Lakers get a big time road victory? We will see, right? We will see. Then we also have at 7:30 Eastern, we have the Detroit Pistons and the Miami Heat. Obviously, Miami Heat lost to the Grizzlies, and then you got the Pistons here that are 6. They are 6-19 here, 2-11 on the road here. The Heat are 11-13, 8-4 at home. Heat have got most of their guys back. Some guys a little bit banged up. Where it is a back-to-back. So, who does anybody sit for this back-to-back for the Heat? And can the Pistons cover, or can the Pistons get another road victory to make it a 3-11 record, or do they go to 2-12? Um, and last but not least, here we have the 7 p.m. 10 Eastern game. This game will be also on TNT. We have the Luka Doncic Mavericks 12-11, 2-8 on the road here. May I add, against the 4-9 Denver Nuggets. They are 6-2 at home. The reigning MVP Nikolai Jokic, the Joker, and Jamal Murray looking like he's getting back to being a little bit like Jamal Murray status. So gonna be a tough game, gonna be a tough ball game here tonight. Obviously, they think Denver. They speak highly of Denver here. Obviously, Denver is the obviously I was a favorite. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what that was about, but it has to go off here. All right. So we just have those 3 games and the National Basketball Association. Let's go to the NHL here. Yesterday, we forgot about the NHL. I'm sorry. I'm not a very big man on the ice. I'm sorry if you want to comment and say I'm a shitty piece of garbage. Go ahead. It's fine. I don't mind. It's all right. It's okay. I won't. My feelings will not be hurt. We have the Chicago Blackhawks and the New Jersey Devils. This game is obviously at 7 Eastern, playing in New Jersey, and also in the 7 o'clock p.m. hour in Ottawa, Canada. The Ottawa Senators welcome in the Los Angeles Kings. And then at the 7 o'clock hour here in Pittsburgh, the Penguins take home ice against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then in Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Detroit Red Wings at 7 p.m. Eastern in Tampa Arena. We have 7:30 Eastern out there in Long Island, where we have the Islanders hosting the St. Louis Blues. 8 o'clock Eastern, we have the Winnipeg Jets hosting the Florida Panthers. 8:30 Eastern here, we have the Dallas Stars hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs. We got 10:30 Eastern, 7 Pacific. We have the Ducks hosting the Carolina Hurricanes. In the late game, in the last game, we have the Seattle Kraken at home tonight, welcoming the Montreal Canadiens. All right. Now let's get into we had soccer today. Let's give you a World Cup update here to the teams that are going to be moving on here, ladies and gentlemen here. Ronaldo, no problem. Yep. Giancarlo Ramos netted the hat trick for the Portuguese. So, as they win 6-1 here, Ronaldo has to come off the bench. I don't know why. I mean, I guess maybe foul, maybe some turmoil here. But Morocco will advance as Morocco beats Spain. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't think Morocco. Morocco is one of those teams that was plus a lot of money, and they won in penalty kicks 3-0 here. So Morocco will be moving on. All right, and the Portuguese will move on as they won 6-1 over the Swiss here. All right, so tomorrow here. All right, there's none. There's no games till Friday. So we got Croatia and Brazil back on Friday, early in the morning out here in the West Coast. And then we also got the Netherlands and Argentina. Then on Saturday, we have Morocco taking on Portugal as the early game on the pitch. And then the late one, we have the England, bloody old England versus Viva la France. All right. And after that, it is on your own to figure it out. All right, so let's get to the scores right now, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna have to get to our bets here pretty soon here, because some of these games start here quite soon here. The big game, obviously, is Texas versus Illinois, the Jimmy V Classic, the Jimmy Valvano. I encourage you to watch Jimmy Valvano's speech. You can watch it on YouTube if you don't watch it live. It's a very moving and touching speech from a man that had cancer and basically didn't let cancer beat him and wanted to encourage other people to continue to fight and beat cancer. And hopefully one day we will beat cancer. And I believe that we have, but I believe that I don't want to get mixed up into it because I'll be kicked off and get another strike. So, I'm not going to go there. But it's a great speech, very heartfelt, very warming, especially Most of us have our lives have been affected by cancer. We know a loved one or a friend or somebody that, fortunately lost their fight but didn't give up their spirit. All right, so we already got one game rolling right now. We got the Air Force taking on South Dakota. Air Force is handling business right now, 31-16. Games tipping off at 3 o'clock. We got Buffalo taking on St. John Fisher. Obviously, we got the Oakland Grizzlies of Michigan, 2-8. They're taking on Syracuse. Syracuse at the JMA Wireless Dome Arena in Syracuse. Appalachian State playing a that's to say Division II, Division III school. Bellarmine, same thing, playing Washburn College. Another 3:30 Yale versus Butler here. Obviously, Butler is favored. They're playing at home in the Hinckley Fieldhouse. Hinckley Fieldhouse is memorable for Hoosiers. The movie Hoosiers. That stadium was there. So Butler plays there. So we'll see. We'll see if the Ivy League can defeat, a mid-major. Butler's been the mid-major, so we obviously got Illinois versus Texas. Texas is the favorite, undefeated at number 2, 6-0. Illinois 6-2, 2 losses on the season already. Game is one of the games part of the Jimmy V Classic. UNC Greensboro versus number 9 Arkansas. You got Hartford versus St. Francis of Brooklyn. We have Milwaukee, the Panthers, taking on Chattanooga, the Mocs. We have the Lafayette Leopards and the Princeton Tigers. We got South Carolina State and Winthrop, Charleston and Presbyterian. We got UMBC versus Columbia, East Carolina versus UNC Wilmington, American University versus Mount St. Mary's, St. Louis versus Iona, St. Joseph's Temple, Bucknell, LaSalle, Maryland Eastern Shore, George Mason, Wagner, Fordham, Vermont, Dartmouth, Liberty's playing Virginia University of Lynchburg, High Point Furman, definitely a game I like. Coppin State, North Carolina State, Georgia versus Georgia Tech, Battle of Georgia, New Hampshire, Boston College, Coastal Carolina, Woolford, Belmont versus the Nazarene College, North Florida Ospreys versus number 1. Pray for the Ospreys tonight. James Madison versus Virginia. James Madison 7-2, Virginia 7-0 here, number 3 team. Could definitely battle of Virginia there. We have Charleston State taking on Baylor, number 12 Baylor. We have Jackson State 1-6 taking on 6-1, number 24 ranked TCU Horned Frogs. Austin Peay, Boyce versus Tennessee State. Trinity Illinois College versus Valparaiso. Maine Fort Kent versus Houston Christian. North Texas and Texas Arlington, Battle of Texas here. Bradley and South Illinois University of Edwardsville. Little Rock, Arkansas Little Rock. Memphis, Wisconsin Green Bay versus Loyola Chicago. Arkansas State Central Arkansas battle. Kansas City, the Roos versus Oklahoma. Abilene Christian versus Kansas State. Toledo versus Northern Iowa. North Carolina Central versus Marquette. Maryland and Wisconsin. We had Southern Utah and West Coast Baptist. We had Texas A&M Commerson versus Wyoming. Eastern Oregon versus Boise State. Sam Houston State versus Oklahoma State. South Dakota State, Montana. Idaho State, Montana Western. North Dakota, Idaho. Western New Mexico. Iowa, Duke, the other half of the Jimmy V Classic. And Cal State, Bakersfield, San Jose. Northern Arizona and Pacific. And Nevada versus Pepperdine. The game between Tulane and Bryant has been postponed. And Mercer took down Middle Georgia State 100-62. All right. Let's run down the ladies' games right now. Obviously, some of them are probably already underway here. So we're gonna check that one. We're gonna check that out here. Eight eight ejections after punches thrown between George Washington and TCU. Ooh, this is the ladies, and everybody says the ladies ain't got no fight out here. Sheesh. Put some respect on the ladies' names. They're out here trying to, you know, they're out here just balling like the men are. They ain't no suckers either. They ain't gonna get out here and. All right, so we got 3 o'clock. We got North Dakota State, Northern Iowa. Maryland Eastern Shore and East Carolina, Presbyterian Florida, Chattanooga, Tennessee, American Villanova, Weber State, Tarleton State, the Camels versus Western Carolina. We have Youngstown State, and we have Florida Atlantic and Florida National, Bradley, Eastern Illinois. We have Bucknell, Penn, Belmont, Lipscomb, uh, Edward, Southern Illinois of Edwardsville against Louisiana, or against Louisville. Sorry, my bad, Louisiana. Texas A&M versus Little Rock. Drake versus South Dakota. Loyola, Louisiana versus Lamar. Denver U versus Colorado State. The Queen's University versus Gonzaga. Cal State Northridge and San Diego. San Jose State and the UC University California Southern California Trojans. The Lady Pacific Tigers are taking on the Lady Cal State Fullerton here. Old Dominion won today already, 81-64. Illinois State won 66-51. Oklahoma State won 86-65. Texas Tech Lady Raiders won 68-55. BYU girls won 64-54. Lady Albany Great Danes 73-45. The Lady Alcorn Braves 45-41. So that is your slate for today as far as sports goes. Fantasy, we did somewhat good, somewhat bad. Obviously, today we're trying to hit the waiver wire. We're not trying to hit too hard today because I'm just trying to certain players I don't really need, so I'm kind of trying to wait and see a little bit here because depending on the depth that I have. But we're still fighting out here. We definitely got one team that's not going to make it. Will be the consolation. Maybe there'll be a couple teams. Probably say maybe 3 of my teams probably won't make it, but it's all right if I can get at least 6 teams in the championship. There's actually one team I'm in the playoffs right now, and I beat them last week, so I'm hoping for another good week here for my team here. So if my team can have a big solid week, I think to pull the upset and to get the championship here. I'm trying to win the championship here. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens here. But if anybody else had any questions or anything, drop the knowledge down here. If you got any fantasy questions, if not, I'm basically going in here and I'm making my bet here. So I'm gonna make my bet here as far as it goes is making our college bets here. College bets with NBA here tonight here. We're going to see what we like here, what we like, what we love, what we hate, what we don't like, what we want to definitely stay away from here. I mean, and that's the thing here. I mean, you have to understand sometimes sometimes you have to pull yourself away from yourself. I mean, it is kind of one of those weird contradictions to say, you got to pull yourself away from yourself. It's like, what are you doing? Just shh. You got to kind of save yourself from yourself, like it's like when you want to, if you want to spend, or that you have a, loving wife, loving girlfriend or somebody, and they're going to want to go in the store and they're going to want to spend something. So it's not like, it's a bad thing, but sometimes you're like, oh, well, but nevertheless, sometimes you got to save yourself from yourself, is what I was trying to say. And I try to do that here as far as when I take and make a bet here, but it's tough. It's definitely tough. I'll definitely say that here. All right. Let's look at the basketball. All right, college here. We got Yale here. I mean, do we take a risk on Yale today here? I mean, it's tough. It's really tough to tell, because Butler plays tough, and Butler's played some really good teams this year. Yale's played well as well. They've only lost one game, so you know, but you gotta look at the tail of the teams and what you think can happen tonight here. And 133. I think both these teams generally put up a lot of points, but I don't know. Maybe because of these two teams here, maybe it stays a little bit low scoring here. I mean, all right, I'm gonna go with this here. I'm gonna take the under 133 points. I know it probably might get spurred, but I don't know. Can I trust that Yale can get the win and they can cover by 6? I don't know. But what I can trust is both these teams probably going to keep it, in the low unders. I don't think these teams are much of over teams here. We got American here on the road here against Mount St. Mary's here. Uh, Probably not a bad pick here. I mean, but something I wouldn't really want to recommend. All right. St. Francis here. St. Francis versus Hartford here. Take the St. Francis. We'll throw St. Francis in there as one of our. Just like we'll throw Coastal. Well, I'm gonna throw in Charleston in there as well. Here, we'll take those two right there. I think those teams could probably definitely do that here. High Point and Furman. You know, my sister, we've really been on High Point, man. Furman, they're a really good, solid team there. And I mean, they're putting over under at 158 here. But do we just take maybe the plus 12 with High Point here tonight? All right, we'll do that. I'm convinced. Take the plus 12 there. I'm convinced myself there. Um, we got Texas. Give me Texas -3 tonight here. Give me Texas -3 in the Big Apple here tonight. I like that here. So far, Butler. You know what? I think we're gonna stay away from that game. You know what? On the second thought here, maybe we just stay away from the Yale and Butler game, completely there. Um, 135 here. Mm. I mean, Princeton should beat Lafayette here, but I'm not gonna. But I do like High Point plus the 12. Do like Texas -3. St. Francis money line. Charleston. Those are the four picks so far here. Those are so far our four picks here. I think I got to pick the Pelicans too, because I don't know. There's 151 here. I mean, that seems to be unless these teams just put up whopping a lot of points. But we got the Wagner here. We got the Wagner here. Wagner at Fordham here. I mean, definitely something. Like I said, I mean, St. Louis to win by 2 points. I mean, they're playing in Iona, but I mean, I don't know. I could see the under here, maybe the under 151 points. I don't know. I think it. Wagner. Maybe Wagner here. I mean, Abilene Christian. I mean, you're talking about. I mean, you're talking about really getting nitty gritty down here. I mean, that's like. I mean, that'd be like picking James Madison out here. I mean, against Virginia. I mean, oh, we got Arlington, and we got Arlington, and we got North Texas here. Oh, I mean, I put Wagner in there. I mean, against Fordham. I mean, Fordham's pretty damn good though. But that's the only one here. All the rest have been my minuses here. Maybe we throw Virginia in there as well. I mean, 114 here, over 114 points here. North Texas, Arlington. At first glance, you're like, man, that seems to be a little bit of low points for these teams. But you got to think, you know, how many points does these teams actually score? So, um, let me say the over in the MKC, the over 122, because I think that could happen here. And Wisconsin, Green Bay, and Loyola, Chicago here. I just kind of like the under there. Loyola, Chicago. I think we probably could put some points and stuff like that, but I don't know. Then we got Northern Iowa guys here. My man Shacky goes there here. Against Toledo here. Toledo's a tough team here, but Northern Iowa, may have to pick these guys tonight. That's 10. That's 10 teams right there. Look at that. That's 10. That's 10 in here. We got a little bit over under here. We got the under 151 here in the Billikens game. So we got two unders. We got two unders and one over. So, or unless we want to just even it out, even Steven it here. Because like I said, because depending, let's see, they're picking the games that are starting early here. No. So these guys, so they're starting. So none of the games I picked are starting. Okay. All right. So this is what we have so far here. Now, do we want to keep it? We're really gonna really examine it here. Examine it deeply here, because I mean, I mean, it's either that or we just say fuck it, take plus, you know. But I'm with the upper that high point. Hey, maybe they do win. Maybe they can straight up outright win. But just in case they don't here, I mean, I'm taking the plus 12 here. I like that a lot here. Maryland East Shore versus George Mason. I mean, I'm not sure then if they're that good or New Hampshire, New Hampshire and Boston College here. I mean, it's an interesting one to say the least here. You got Wagner here. I mean Abilene Christian. It's like like do I think? I mean Milwaukee would probably if we're looking at one like that, we'd be looking at something like Sam Houston State at Oklahoma State. Ooh, I mean that. That's what I'm saying. That this one maybe could happen. I don't know. I mean Sam Houston State here. I mean, and you have Nevada here. I think Nevada has a good. Nevada has a good shot. They're a good basketball program here. And then we have UOP here. But if we're looking at it plus 300 here, it's basically like, you could be saying like Bakersfield towards San Jose State, but well, it's like Arlington to beat whatchamacallit here. Coastal Carolina here. Wagner and Fordham. I don't know. I don't think I trust that here. That's what I just don't trust. Vermont versus Dartmouth. All right. $132 here. Mm. And under 154. Yeah, we'll say that. Under there. Sam Houston and take the over here. So we got yeah, it's changed from 110 to 1. Texas here. Texas. Minus 115 here. I mean, Duke's kind of struggled out the gates too, but like I said, ain't no Coach K, but uh, no excuses. Up here, put them Tigers in there. Put them Tigers in there. I gotta get them Tigers in there. All right. We got a lot of these. All right, we'll write this down here. We'll make two here. We'll do two. We'll do min toops here by itself here. Oops, parlay. 12, 6. All right. Let's write it down here. So we got all right. So for the shit for the shit that's got to be difficult here, we got the under 151.5 between St. Louis and Iona. That's 110 here. We have the over 've the Virginia Cavaliers money line minus 900. Then we have the over 122.5 and UMKC Oklahoma. That's 110. We have the under 125.5 between Green Bay and Loyola. Whoop. Chicago minus 110. Then I have the under 154.5 Toledo in northern Iowa. Whoop. Minus 110. Then we took the took the over 132. And Sam Houston. Sam Houston State and Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Minus 110. And then we got Pacific here. Sweet Tigers money line. Minus 270 here. Alright. Risking it for the biscuit for $1 here. Cash out the $100.55. Alright. Oh, and St. Francis here too. And St. Francis too. Oh, and Carlton Charleston too. Another minus 350. And Carlton Charleston. And minus. Alright. Oh, and then then a high point. High point. Plus 12 on the spread here. Yep. Everything else. Yep. We're doing opposite of what I usually always like to do here, so all right, NBA now since we've I've had luck with the Lakers, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it, baby. I'm picking Lakers over the Cavs tonight. Yeah, Miami's on a back-to-back here tonight here. Okay, take the Pistons here. Do the Heat and then put up enough points to go over 220? All right, I'm gonna say the under here. I'm gonna go to the under here. And I mean the Mavs. I mean I'm gonna go with the Mavs tonight here. Money line Mavs here. Taking Lakers money line, Mavs money line. I'm taking the under 220 here in this this game. So we're obviously gonna have to all right, so maybe we do we try to just say, hey, fuck it, and I just throw in the throw in the old Yale, the Rebel Yale. All right. Texas. Maybe we'll throw Texas in there because I didn't get to put them last time. So Texas got to win by 4 here. Or you know what? No. We're Texas on the money line. Let's just go Texas money line there. I don't want to. I don't want to put myself into it. I mean, Retrievers should probably win too, but I'm not gonna go as far as that there. Let's see, Arkansas and Greensboro. I mean, let me go over that here. Uh, I want to do. I don't know. Does Wagner not get blown out against Fordham here? I mean, I don't know. Plus the 8E. Yeah. Vermont should be Dartmouth here, but who fuck knows? I mean, but let's see. Maybe we take Abilene plus 13 here, and then they cover that here. I mean, Chattanooga. Yeah, I mean, but who knows? I mean, I haven't had much luck betting on them here. Same thing with Wagner. I mean, Bradley against Edwardsville. I mean, it's another that's interesting. Duke to win by 2 here. Put Duke in there. And maybe for the Turtles here, for the old Ninja Turtle sake here, we take Maryland here. Well, no, Abilene Christian, I don't know. I don't know. I just gotta get a vibe. I get a vibe. Let's take Nevada here. We'll throw Nevada in there instead here. Nevada here. All right. So basically, we got NBA slash men's oops parlay here. 12, 6. All right. So we got the Lakers here, money line, plus 175. Got Mavericks here. Mavericks money line plus 175 here. And we have the under 220 points here. Pistons. Pistons and Heat. Minus 110 here. Then we have Nevada here. Nevada. Wolfpack here. On the money line here, plus 120 here. Yeah, Maryland here. Terrapins. I spelled that motherfucker wrong, but oh well. Plus 110 here. You're taking Duke. Duke minus 2 on the spread here. And then we got Texas. Texas to win on the money line here. That one that is. $199.10. All right. Place the bets in there. Place the bets. All right. All right. So there we have it. There is our bets here for the day. Let's read them off again here, so that way everybody will know exactly where we're betting, what we bet here. All right. So first one, we took strictly college hoops men's basketball. The under 151.5 points between St. Louis and Iona. So both teams have to score a combined 151 and under, or this goes. Virginia Cavaliers money line minus 900. They should take care of business today against James Madison, but who knows? James Madison may give them a tougher challenge. Took the over 122.5 points between University of Missouri, Kansas City, the Roos, and the Oklahoma Sooners. I believe there's going to be a lot of points in this game. Both teams could put up some points here. I don't know. Definitely think it could go over. Took the under 125.5 points between Wisconsin, Green Bay, and Loyola, Chicago. I think both these teams, they don't score many points, but maybe, I don't know, just maybe they score points tonight. Who knows? I took the under 154.5 between Toledo and Northern Iowa. I think both these Northern Iowa is more of a soft pace or whatever. So I think if they can keep it that way, I think it definitely stays under. If not, I think Toledo wants to try to score more points. So we'll see. I took the over 132 points flat over in the Sam Houston State and Oklahoma State. I believe there's going to be some points there. I took the Pacific Tigers money line minus 270. St. Francis of New York on the money line minus 350. Took College of Charleston money line minus 1,400. And I took High Point plus the 12 on the spread. And that, if all 10 cash, that will equate to the dollar will turn into $100 even and 55 cents. All right, so now we got our second bet. We took NBA and we had to add in a couple of the men's hoops games that we didn't pick. Took Lakers money line plus 175, Mavericks money line plus 175, the under 220 points between Pistons and Heat, the Nevada Wolfpack money line plus plus 120. Maryland Terrapins on the money line plus 110. Duke to win by 2 points minus 110. And Texas on the money line minus 175. So if all what is that, all seven? Yeah, if all seven of those teams cover, that dollar will be $199.10. So there you have it. There is our bets. These are our plays. We're gonna get off here and enjoy the rest of this beautiful, wonderful Tuesday, and gonna watch some of these games and see what happens here. So we'll be back tomorrow talking about waiver wire, a lot of fantasy stuff. We'll break down, a lot more stuff. There'll be a lot more NBA and a lot more, a lot more sports here. And then maybe I'll start a little bit earlier tomorrow, and then we'll get talk about it a little bit more. But I feel like I just give it like a short, sweet, to the point. So all right. So until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you adieu. Take care of yourselves, love yourselves, treat yourself the best way, and remember, don't be bitter, always be better.